Welcome to this short video where we'll help you make some choices about your course selection in your first year of the Bachelor of Engineering Honours dual degree. So, you're not too sure which engineering specialisation you want to do? Then flexible first year might just help. It's an option that allows you to do courses related to a range of specialisations, and then you can choose your specialisation at the end of year one. Remember, if your dual degree does allow a major or a minor, you don't need to decide that until the end of year two of your studies. If you already know exactly which specialisation you want to do, then you can focus your courses from first year, absolutely. We do provide enrolment plans for each of the 6 specialisations, and we take into account whether or not you've completed high school specialist maths or not. You'll see that some specialisations have space for electives, and you can see some footnotes suggesting some courses that you might want to consider studying in year one. So, which courses do you need to do? Well, we've already spoken about the 8 units of core courses that every single engineering student will do. And you can see in the table here that there are selections to be made around courses for the specialisation. If you're interested in flexible first year, there is an opportunity to do up to 3 of the engineering science courses, Eng 1300, Eng 1500 and Eng 1700. But there are some very important limitations we'll talk through in a minute. If you're interested in civil engineering, then the only engineering science course you need to complete is Eng 1700. If you're interested in software engineering, the only engineering science course you need to complete is Eng 1300. But you might also be interested in picking up Math 1061 and INFS 1200 in first year. Now, if you're following flexible first year and you don't have the room, that's fine. Those courses can be picked up in second year. If you're interested in chemical engineering, not only do you need to pick up Eng 1500, thermodynamics, but you also need to pick up Chem 1100. Now, if you haven't done high school chemistry, then you're going to have to pick up the high school chemistry equivalent, Chem 1090. You can see that there's also some advice there around the need to pick up high school chemistry. If you haven't done chemistry in high school and you're interested in the environmental engineering major and are going to follow civil engineering specialisation, or if you're going to do the biomedical engineering major and are intending to be in the electrical engineering specialisation. So flexible first year doesn't mean you can do anything you like. There are some critical limitations that students do need to be aware of. You need to make careful choices. All specialisations have space for at least 2 of Eng 1300, Eng 1500 and Eng 1700. If you want to do all 3, then in every specialisation except for mechanical engineering, 1 of Eng 1300 or Eng 1500 or Eng 1700 must count as a general elective. Mechanical engineering is the only specialisation that requires all 3. Now, as a dual degree student, you do not have space for general electives. So this is where the careful choice needs to come in. So what does this mean for you as a dual degree student? It's pretty simple. For all specialisations except mechanical engineering, dual degree students should complete a maximum of 2 courses from Eng 1300, Eng 1500 or Eng 1700. If you're intending to follow mechanical engineering specialisation, you will need to complete all 3, but we recommend that you complete Eng 1500 and Eng 1700 in year 1, and you complete Eng 1300 in year 2. If you complete all 3 of Eng 1300, Eng 1500 and Eng 1700, and then, for example, complete the civil engineering specialisation and you're dualling with the Bachelor of Arts, then 2 of those units cannot count towards your degree, and you'll have to complete an additional 2 units. It's very important for these reasons that dual degree students attend an academic advising session where we can answer your questions about the careful choices you need to make. So how do you go about choosing which 2 engineering science courses you might complete? Well, we've got a little table here that can help you make some choices. So Eng 1500 is compulsory for the chemical engineering specialisation, and we'd recommend pairing with that Eng 1700. And the reason for that is that completing Eng 1700 makes the biomedical and materials engineering majors that are available with chemical engineering a little easier. Similarly, if civil engineering is the way you're leaning but you're not absolutely sure, for your second course, we'd recommend Eng 1500. And the reason for this is completing Eng 1500 makes the environmental engineering major a little easier in Year 3, but also keeps the chemical engineering option open for you. If you're interested in electrical engineering, you're going to complete Eng 1300, and we'd recommend considering Eng 1700 because it will make the biomedical engineering major a little easier if you choose that option, and a major is available to you, of course. If you're going to study mechanical engineering and you have not completed specialist maths and have one of high school physics or high school chemistry, we recommend delaying Eng 1300 to Year 2. Mechatronic engineering requires Eng 1300 and Eng 1700. And if you're leaning towards software but aren't sure, then we'd recommend either 1500 or 1700, whichever might interest you the most. So the priority in your first semester is just to enrol in something that's sensible. So we'd recommend Eng 1100, a maths course, and that's going to be either Math 1050 or Math 1051 or Math 1071. And remember, if you're still not sure, go back and rewatch the maths video. And then you're going to pick up at least an engineering science course, at least one. You'll need to consider a programming course and potentially a catch-up high school course, but remember they're going to be in addition to your program requirements. The last course you'll do in your first semester will be a course from your dual degree. Now, if Eng 1100 is full in semester 1, you might want to consider substituting Eng 1001 or CSSE 1001 in semester 1. In many cases, we'd encourage you in your first semester to do things that you're interested in. And then in second semester, if you're still not sure, you can look at other options. So looking for a little bit of breadth in second semester. Most students are going to be able to follow our recommended enrolment plans, and these are linked in the description box below. Most important thing, I'm going to say it again, please attend a dual degree academic advising session. Now, some students watching this might actually be what we call articulation or advanced standing students who've come to us from a partner university. If you're an articulation student or you have credit for prior study, you must follow your individual study plan. If you have any questions and you're in this group of students, please do come and visit us in the faculty office where we're more than happy to help you. So if you're still not sure and need program advice, please contact a first year academic advisor. Use the QR code that you can see here. We'll be holding online and in-person advising information sessions before the semester begins. And we really look forward to seeing you on campus very soon.